Hi, guys. Today in our course, I would like to talk to you about the power of constructive pause. It's a momentary pause that realigns, refreshes, and redirects your focus towards a brighter tomorrow. With the haze of stress lifting now, I want you guys to tap into this newfound reality. Paint a vivid picture of what your future would look like. So that's where we're going towards now. Now, you understand that emotional pain is the root of your tendency to stress. You feel that pain really strongly in your mind and your body. When you're stressed, you will withhold these emotions. And I call it the silent killer because it encompasses a willingness to express your true feelings due to fear. You're fearing losing a relationship, losing a job, you're embarrassed about what you're labeled as. There's so many things that cause you this emotional pain. Now, when you recognize this tendency to withhold your emotions rather than express them, you will see both the sides of withholding dilemma, which leads to stress and overwhelm. Emotional pain is this root of your tendency to behave and cause you pain. So, how you behave is really, really important because it will cause you pain. It's a dysfunctional pattern that breaks your productivity, your focus, and your motivation. Do you know your pain pattern that causes more stress? You do not know how to express that feeling in a healthy way, probably because this is what you've learned when you were a child. And the second helpful thing is to remember is when you withhold your feelings, you are acting out your stress and your anxiety. You're stuck in that habitual mode of the response that is the self defeating, alienating yourself, loss of self belief and confidence. However, when you've suffered too long with this pattern, you might need to get some space. Take some time for yourself to look at your old patterns of behavior. Look at what you were doing before and understand why you've taken part in this drama. If you're dealing with stress and overthinking and you're challenging a family situation, you can break that chain. You know, it's time you did that because it's really important for you to break that chain of what you were doing before. So, the power of constructive pause, it's just amazing. It will reduce that stress and tension in your body. I don't have time. Does it sound familiar? When it comes to self care, we always say that I have a busy schedule and I don't have time. In my experience, and I've been in this health and well-being business for about nearly 15 years now, but also I was a registered nurse and that I've been in nearly 30 years. We find it especially hard to take time for ourselves. You're hardwired to look after others. You don't have time. You never put yourself first. But you cannot, however, produce your best and do your best for yourself if you're not looking after yourself first. So, how are you going to look after your family, your kids, your parents, and do all of that if you're running on empty fumes? Stop for a moment. Don't rush to things, make mistakes, become irritable, jump from task to task without a moment to collect yourself, staying really present, always ahead of yourself onto the next thing on your to do list. My job is to encourage you to stop for a minute, to pause, to look after yourself in a meaningful, constructive manner, to help you being present of what you're doing while you're doing it. I'm a huge advocate of constructive pause because it's my favorite forms of self care. You can find all about it. So I'd like you to encourage you to try it. I use it all the time. I advocate it to my clients. I use it for myself and it really helps me. Now, the benefits of self care practice is it's powerful. It energizes, restores your mind and body. You become calm and you take time away from the stresses of the day. You allow your breathing to become more regular. You Give your digestive system time to release, to regain energy, to ease from life. It helps improve your work, your creativity, your focus, your motivation, releases tension, calms your nervous system. And honestly, it just takes a few minutes of your time. So, yes, I know you'll say, I don't have time for this. The optimum time that you can spend on constructive pause, the length of time is 20 minutes. But I highly recommend you take 5 to 10 minutes of your time during the day. It doesn't have to be you're lying down. Just the concept I've come up with, the constructive pause that you will do in the exercise that's in the workbook below, it takes very little time. Self-care takes about few minutes to 5 minutes at the most. It's the time to be with yourself, to be present. It's time to bring your attention back to yourself that promotes ease and calm. You cannot do this sitting. You can do this sitting anywhere. You know, can do a mini part of constructive pause right now. So let's try it. Bring your attention back to in contact with any surface that's supporting you, the ground, the chair. Notice where you sense that tension or that discomfort in your body. I want for a couple of minutes for you to acknowledge with it without trying to change it. You are free to be exactly as you are. Notice where you feel relatively good, less tense, more at ease. This might even register in that lack of sensation. We're good at picking up what's wrong, but we're less good at recognizing what's going well. So please understand that. Just take some time for yourself for it to go well. Or you can do the longer one where you're relaxing. I call it the body ease constructive pause because you're noticing from your head to toe without trying to change it, bringing your attention back to your breath, incorporating that 7 to 11 breath, flowing your air in and out, without deliberately trying to breathe or stop breathing, just breathing in and out. And when you're pausing, you're stopping. You're not noticing anything different. You're noticing just small things. You become really calm, relaxed, at ease with yourself. And that will bring this gentle ease within your body too. So I want to tell you this instrumental approach is very adaptive and it's very positive because negative thoughts are often influenced by past experiences, learned behaviors, familial conditioning. We learn from our past. These thoughts can lead to significant emotional responses like your emotional reactivity, emotional shutdown, both of it, which affect our well being. So when you recognize this specific emotional response, it's that first step in breaking that cycle. So when we're faced with overwhelming emotions and impulses, when we take that break, you become aware of your feelings, you stay present, it refrains from you having that impulsive reaction, emotional outburst, emotional indulgence. Being in that present moment prevents you from regretful actions, leads to healthier coping mechanisms. So I want to end this video by saying in just 5 minutes, you can use your to guide your thinking, your awareness where you need to be in this little constructive self-care. The power of constructive pause is designed to help you release that excessive tension, calm your nervous system so you become more present, connected, and at ease with yourself. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. Bye for now.